It is raining outside. It's beautiful out. We went to a lecture. Before that, well, let's do a rundown of the day. We got up. We went to the library. And then we went home. We took a shower. Went to the library to do a class. I didn't record it. I should have recorded it, honestly. I like to record the classes. Because they do new songs in there, and I like the songs, and they're a little different, so they're awesome. So yeah, we went from music and reading class to home. We took a shower. We went from home back to music and reading class. From there, we went back home. I tried to get Karina to fall asleep for a nap. She wouldn't, so she played for a little bit. Then we went back to character story time at the library. Then we went back home, and Matt came over, and he did an estimate for us to move. It's gonna be $1,800 if we pack our own stuff, and if we don't pack any of our stuff and just leave it for him to do all of it, it is $3,600. Which isn't too bad to not have to touch a single box when you're moving, like to not have to touch anything and just have someone come in, pack it up for you, put it on a truck for you, and unpack it when you get there. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. I think I'd pay the $3,600 to not have to touch anything and not to have to stress about moving, just picking out a new spot that we want to live and going. Because we've been in this area for 5 years. It's been a long time. It's been a long haul. We're farther down south than where I started off as, and we're farther away from the beach than where James started off as. So, I mean, it's better weather a little bit, but I mean, it's still too cold in the winter. We still get all the snow. Like, I just want a longer growing season. I am growing my fruits and vegetables. I have my peppers, which are a fruit. I have tomatoes, which are a fruit. I have mainly fruits. Actually, now I think about it, I have summer squash, which is a fruit. I have honeydew, which are a fruit. I have grapes, which are a fruit. Do I have any vegetables at all? I have watermelon, which are a fruit. I have no vegetables, actually. Oh, potatoes. I have potatoes, which are a vegetable. So I have my fruits and vegetable garden outside, and I want a longer growing season, and I want my own house eventually, and I want my own land eventually, and I want just my own stuff. I just want my own stuff. I'm sick of other people telling me what I can and cannot do with my yard, what I can and cannot do with my house, what I can and cannot do with my washer and dryer. Like, I am done. I am done with this. I'm too old for this. I have children now, like I have a child now, and Squish, and we're thinking about getting another cat that I call Spook. I feed the neighborhood cats. I feed a cat that I call Marmalade because he is marmalade color, and then I feed another cat that I call Spook, who is black and white, and he's adorable, and he's too thin though. So James and I are thinking about taking him in, because I feed him every night, and sometimes I don't see him at night, but I'll still put food out for him. And Marmalade comes by in the morning and eats the rest of it. This week didn't finish from the night before. So, you know. So I named 2 cats, and I kind of want to just take him in. I don't know if Marmalade has owners or not. He does have a collar on. That doesn't mean that they're still around, though. I mean, he's thin as well. They're both thin cats. Malnourished looking. I mean, freezing in the wintertime. I'd much rather just take these cats in. I know I can't rescue all the cats, but I try to just feed them, and we don't have any money, so it's hard to feed them too. So I sometimes get extra food for them from pantry though too. So yeah, there's that. And anyway, so what did I do? We did story time after character story time at the library in our craft. We came home, we did story time, Karina took a nap, Matt showed up, he did the estimate. Karina woke up before Matt even got there. She slept for like 20 minutes. And then, you know, he gave me the estimate for moving, and I didn't think it was that bad. James thinks it's too expensive. He's like, we could do it all ourselves. I'm like, maybe I'll just look into more moving companies and see who gives me the best rate and who will move our stuff, and just, you know, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch anything. I just want it moved. So, I mean, I'm not strong enough to be lifting those boxes anyway, you know, and we could ask our friends to help us move again, but, I mean, I might ask Mike and Jen, and I don't know what's going on with Katora. She hasn't called me in a while. I might ask Eva and Chris. I might ask, a few people just to be like, hey, come on over and help us. We'll feed you. They'll make a fun day out of it. But, but we're going out of state though, so I want someone to unpack all of our stuff who isn't like a friend or something, because no one's going to follow us all the way down there. So, and we don't even know if we're going south or southwest. So we're going to figure that out. So anyway, after Matt left, I gave him 2 waters and a Gatorade. He refused to eat any food that I offered him. He wouldn't even take an orange or a banana or anything. He wouldn't take anything at all. So anyway, so he left. We did another showing of Your Baby Can Read. We did playtime on the floor. We played in the teepee. Felicia came over. Then Felicia left. Then I talked to some people about some bees. They're petitioning to get some of the fertilizer and the chemicals that they use in the plants to be a little bit different, because it's killing all the bees, and we need our bees to have, fruits and vegetables and plants and everything from, honey to coffee to tobacco to anything that's a plant. All of our fruits and vegetables come from plants, either on trees or on vines. So we need our bees. And so James and I both signed the petition because as I was talking to them, James came home. James went over to Wayne's house. They either went fishing or playing video games or doing something. I went to a lecture, as you will see, because I did record it. And, our teacher today did an awesome job with pigeon story time. So she did awesome. And so I went to the lecture and I talked to Karina in the back seat for a little bit about colors, and I think we've had a pretty awesome day so far. Mama, I hear you, baby. That's it for my update.